Shalom from Jerusalem. My name is Albert Veksler. I'm the director of Jerusalem Prayer Breakfast, and we are here in our office in Jerusalem with answers for allies. Together with me is a good friend, Miguel Munoz. You used to be the director of the Diplomatic Mission that Honduras opened in Jerusalem, and now you are working with the Christian Embassy, even a Senior Spokesman position for the Spanish-speaking world. Thank you for coming, Miguel.
Thank you, Albert. It is my privilege to join you and have this special time.
Well, it's a Christmas time, and we had such a unbelievable miracle, really, on the Christmas Eve, because we, didn't know whether our son or anyone would be able to be with us, and it was amazing. We saw a rainbow suddenly appear from the our balcony. We could see it so clearly, and then an hour later he calls and says that he's been released for 36 hours from the army. So we were so thankful for that amazing miracle.
Wow. Miracles in our lives are not only a matter of faith, but also a matter of our own answer. I met a guy a few days ago that he shared with me this idea that he is calling his friends to be very close to the Gaza border with their cars, to be ready when the soldiers came and had the opportunity to visit their families, instead of them to look how they can get to anywhere here in Israel. They are ready with their vehicles and take them anywhere in Israel where they need to go.
What a fantastic initiative. And this shows also how Israeli society is coping with this difficult time of war. Many are volunteering, bringing food, opening, food kiosks, at the base, army bases, and it's quite fascinating to see that. I know you also went to help with agriculture during this wartime.
Yes, we visited the Yad Mordechai kibbutz. My wife has this strong feeling of compassion, and she has a gift of serve. So when we decide to act this way, I am under her direction, because we can go there and be part of a, as I said, of a miracle, because 70% of the communities in this area evacuated.
Yeah.
And there is a big amount of vegetables, of fruits, everything that Israel usually bought this from these places. We try to help somehow to recover all this. At the same time, we knew people that helped them bring their fruits or vegetable, everything, to the city, and in 5 minutes they just send a WhatsApp we are going to be there in this gas station.
Yeah.
And at the moment, a lot of people get there to buy. They pay and they do not ask for any cash back. So that's the kind of activities that we can participate to show a Christian support for Israel.
Thank you so much for doing this. We went with our family, with my wife, to pick the tomatoes nearby in Amioz kibbutz, and I'm so thankful for you doing the same, because it shows the brotherhood. It shows how much Honduras people represented by you are with us. And you had such a big role, really, in bringing the Honduras Embassy to Jerusalem. You really were working behind the scenes. You were here before it happened, and then you were there at the Jerusalem prayer breakfast with breaking news about Honduras Embassy opening the next year. At that time, it was 2021 or 2020?
The embassy moved in 2021, but 2 years before that, in 2019, I had this privilege before the Lord. I mean that after so many years, I was involved 12 years before of this in a pro-Israel movement in Honduras, but the churches in Honduras spent 24 years doing any kind of advocacy and preachings and parades, asking every government to recognize Jerusalem as the capital of Israel and strengthening the relations between Israel and Honduras. And then the one of these nights, I received a call from the Minister of Foreign Affairs saying, Mr. Munoz, the President would like to talk to you tomorrow morning. Is possible for you? Of course, I wasn't supposed to say, let me pray about it, just be there. And the President proposed, he said, I would like that you could be my warrantor of the moving of the embassy. And for that purpose, I am opening a diplomatic office in Jerusalem for cooperation, commerce, and culture to ensure that we are moving the embassy. Then the embassy was moved in 2021, and then 1 year after that, I finished my diplomatic duties, and that was the chance after a prayer made specifically in Jerusalem Prayer Breakfast to be invited by the International Christian Embassy. Now I am serving as spokesman for the whole Spanish-speaking world.
I still remember it was 2020. We had this very short notice type of a Jerusalem Prayer Breakfast, a hybrid event with a small group of people, and then broadcasting it. I think we had like 1.5 million people watching it.
Wow.
And you came with this breaking news of,
Yes.
of embassy being opened the next year.
Yes, I talked to the president and shared with him this idea. I told him this will be a key moment when you will have all the key leaders from Jerusalem and around the world that will embrace with not only joy, but of course with gratitude, and at the same time with the commitment to work together. And why don't we have this special announcement? You know, I don't know. I think I mentioned this, but through that video was announced officially for the first time the date of the moving of the embassy.
Exactly. I think it was in 2021 in June that we announced it, and it was in June 24.
Yes, it was. Don't remember exactly the date, but it was in June 2021,
Yeah.
and we moved the embassy the 24th of June.
Exactly.
Yes.
24th of June, that's what
Yes.
I remembered.
Yes.
And it was announced then at the prayer breakfast. It was quite a breaking news moment at that time.
Okay,
And,
sure. Yes.
Thank you for doing this. And thank you for your advocacy for Jerusalem. We're not taking it for granted. We are honoring and appreciating the friendship of Honduras people very, very much. And I remember you invited us to this reception with the president, and there were many pastors, and they had these little notebooks full of signatures.
Yes.
Tell me about this.
Yes, as I mentioned, since 24 years before of the movement of the embassy, the churches in Honduras began a movement to support Israel. And it was in the year 2008 that 80,000 signatures were lifted asking to recognize Jerusalem. So a commission of leaders came to Israel and visited the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and visited the municipality of Jerusalem and present all these signatures asking both governments to strengthen in their relations. And this movement stay all the time. A few weeks ago, they made two big convocations, one in Tegucigalpa and the other one in San Pedro Sula, showing their support to Israel in the midst of this war.
Well, thank you so much for being the spokesman and our channel, so to say, to the world in Honduras and helping to mobilize prayer, because I think this is most precious at this difficult time for us. And thank you for standing with Israel. It's really a great honor to have you stationed here now as the senior spokesman for the Christian Embassy. So tell me a little more about your work with the Christian Embassy and in the Spanish-speaking world.
When I came here to Jerusalem 4 years ago, I had this sense of conviction and commitment. And through these two key motivations, I stay now with the International Christian Embassy because I understand from the Lord is the same mission. Once I was asked for a Jewish friend, what's your expectation being here? You left not only your country, but your family, your job, your opportunities there. So are you asking something to my government, to my people, to you, to your government? And it is very sincere. It is a real motivation to have this answer. The Lord, the Father of your fathers, is the only one who has promised us to bless us if we bless you and the people of Israel. To have this conviction keeps you without any false expectation. And not only keeps you, but also open your mind, your heart, your hands to act according to the convictions as a result, the commitment as a result of this conviction. So now, in the International Christian Embassy, my role is to show support to Israel. And this is as a way to the people can know that Christian in Israel has liberty of speech, liberty of gathering, liberty to serve others. And we can show support of Israel because there is no condition for us. We can speak the truth about Israel, not only the truth that we learn from the Bible, but also the truth that we are seeing just right here, since this point of the reality. And we can spread this word to the whole Spanish-speaking world, mainly in Latin America, but also in so many communities in the United States that all the time are like having this strong desire to visit Israel. So the third thing that we do here is to serve somehow of a connection to promote conciliation between Jews and Arabs here in the land with a testimony of Christian woodworks. So at the end, we have this chance to show Latin America. I travel to Latin America and have these meetings with evangelical churches, Jewish communities, and the Israeli diplomats in those countries, and have the chance to tell that we recognize from the book of Isaiah that the Gentiles are called to comfort Israel, and the best that we can do as Christians, while many other Christians around the world are reaching all nations, we have the opportunity to honor the desire of the Lord to help the Jewish people return to the land that was promised to them to eternity.
Thank you. Now, you mentioned earlier that there was a really tense moment as the war broke out, and I know that many diplomats and many missions that had their people here pulled them back. And I think even the United States sent a ship to Haifa to take out those who wanted to leave, to evacuate them. But you decided to stay. So what motivated you?
When I came here 4 years ago, I had this sense of purpose. And I remember September of 2019, the 1st of September, I wrote in my Twitter account the date that the Diplomatic Office of Honduras was opened, inaugurated by the President here in Jerusalem. I wrote that I strongly believe that my mission is more than diplomatic, is a spiritual and transcendental mission. And 1 year ago, when I finished my diplomatic duty with the Republic of Honduras, the Lord just confirmed that He wants me to be here for a reason. So when this happened in October the 9th, we were all together at the Christian Embassy, and we were told that we have the liberty or the chance. There was one of our big supporters that offer a plane so everyone can leave if they decide that. But for such a time of this, honoring the name of my wife, Esther, remembering the book of Esther, chapter 4, verse 4, when Esther is demanded by her Mardocheo.
In Spanish.
In Spanish, Mardocheo told her, you decide, but consider if for such a time like this, the Lord has you here as the queen. So that's why we are here, because we strongly believe that for such a time like this, the Lord wants us to support the Israeli people, to speak the truth about the Jewish, and to show Christian love to everyone who needs it here.
Thank you so much, Miguel. And we are so thankful that your family is such a staunch friend of Israel, and you decided to stay. And so, our dear viewers, we are really happy that you tuned in today, and we want to encourage you during this holiday time, and ask you to continue to pray for the peace of Jerusalem. Because remember, may they prosper, the Bible says, who love Jerusalem, and those who bless the seed of Abraham will be blessed.